Okay, everybody. I'm recording on a different part of the domicile. I'm going to read you a selection of stuff from a novel I wrote, or this says here, novella, on the title page, called Swimmers Face Ridicule. This is from 2006. Alright. Here we go. I don't know what this is going to be. I have not checked over this. Right. My main concern was with the Quizlops. Some of you may say, of course, but the truth, stupidly unrecognized by many among my closest associates, is that I am equally at home among the beautiful people, such as Clark Seville, Boyd McDisney, and Cleve Landell, as I am among the beastmen. I say among, not meaning actually socializing with members of either of these two groups, but instead meaning that I feel that most people, if asked to place me, based on physiognomy and a general perception of my actions and attitudes in one of the two groups, Quizlops and beautiful people, would either be confused as to which to choose or arrive at a decision opposed by an equal number of their fellow participants. Quizlops like Bezbusic, Mornado, and Chid would immediately see, if not claim, me as a brother. Seville, McDisney, and Landell, while sure to respect me and my abilities, would sadly most likely reject and any kinship with me out of an appreciation of superficial differences and a misunderstanding of my lack of sociability. This is the tragedy. I actually met all of them at one time or another. The only ones who suspected me of my dual identity were Mornado, who once accidentally got into the screening chamber of the Red Party at the same time I was there, and Boyd McDisney, who himself was from a world outside the Pokal, which, along with his sources and training as a reporter, made him unusually perceptive. You must understand that inside the Pokal I am not the Toadscabot who is chief of the tunnel system protectorate of the Kirkesnoot, nor the Toadscabot whose name appears on the covers of this book as author and illustrator, but Mr. T. Rectangular, shadowy visitor from parts unknown. This book, however, is not about me, much as I would like to pretend, but about the activities that I either saw directly or found out about through my research concerning the inhabitants of the Pokal. Berta Moflazine had an addition to her home constructed especially to house Wrenching the Chain. She was away when the final installation details were made under the supervision of George Rada. He, in turn, was secretly supervised by the Moflazine's butler, Lucas. He ensured that neither Rada nor his crew stole anything from the house. What Lucas secretly thought of Rada's artwork is not recorded. Rada was the last to leave the room that housed Wrenching the Chain. He stood in the doorway looking back at the piece before shutting off the light and closing the door. Did Lucas inwardly concur when he heard Rada mutter, "Piece of crap"? Again, it is not known. Certainly he nodded, but this could have been part of his usual routine in taking a guest in charge to accompany him to the front door. It was lamented in periodicals and journals of the time that the piece was no longer available to public view after its move to Moflazine Manor. Snell Catfish, owner of the Catfish Gallery, where Wrenching the Chain had debuted, did not sympathize with those doing the lamenting. They had their chance, she snapped, curling her heavily painted lips and brutally, though neatly folding the Journal of Public Spectacle into a hard, little, unsustainable square. She picked up her cup of coffee and sighed with resignation. Her son, Savin, joined Snell in the back room of the gallery where she sat. His band used the gallery after hours to practice in. "Morning, Mom," Savin greeted her. The gallery would not open for another 20 minutes. He sat down at the little table and picked a donut out of the box that sat there. "You know, darling, I don't mind if your band practices here," Snell began, lighting a worm and staining its back end with her lip enamel. "Yeah," Savin bit into the donut. "But if you move anything around, you must put it back in place." "Did we not put something back in exactly the right place?" Savin asked. "Mr. McKinley's all-over pieces. They were all over the shop." Snell preferred to call her gallery her shop. That's funny." Savin did not appear tickled, however. Snell dropped her remonstration and took up a new topic. What are you here so early for?" she asked. "What are you up so early for?" "Actually, there's something I have to tell you," and he dusted the donuts crumbs from his hands. "It has a bearing on why everything wasn't straightened up last night." Snell leaned forward. "Yes," she said. Savin considered a moment, or he appeared to be considering. In truth, he had what he was going to say thoroughly worked out. "We got word last night that the Teeth are going on tour." He said it as if it was all he was going to say. "Yes," his mother urged him to dish out more information. "They're going on tour through the Bacall, the city, the administration, the woods." Yes, Snell Catfish was smart enough to know this was not everything involved. "And," Savin dragged it out, "we've been invited to open for them." Snell parted her lips slightly. Alright, we're going to stop there, else we'll be going and going for another 10 pages. Alright, let's see what I have in the other. I'm in my room, so I don't have access to everything. And all I have in here is are older things. I can't think of where any recent poetry journals would be at. Hold on, I'm going to pause this. Okay, I just found this among my little journals over there. And this is from the latter half of 2021. It's a book called Halbschwein at Midnight. It's a little memo book, it says. And these are... this is something I found, actually, because the very first page is dated 11/12/16, looks like. And it's a list of, looks like modern hymns, and it's got the key to sing them in written out. And that's all he wrote in this. I think I found it in a grocery store cart. Alright, let's just read what some of these are. These are little short pieces. Okay, I guess I better... Okay, this is called The Mountain Inside. I have not read this before. I haven't read this in, looks like 3 years. 3.5 years. Okay, whatever. Alright, this is called The Mountain Inside. I no longer know how to enter the mountain, and even if I did, I don't think I ever knew what was in there. The man on top of the mountain who lived there, presumably, looked like Eddie Albert. How he lived and what he did, I never imagined. That creepy guy from the Andromeda strain was the one who lived in the mountain. I guess he had a futuristic lab in there. And then, to flesh out his page of text, he rambled nervously about never seeing or being able to see certain people ever again. Okay, this next page doesn't follow. I think it's just a separate thing, but it's not separately titled. Alright. This is called Brown Ringer Day Pouch. They had returned from their shopping errand and now descended from the upside-down elephant roller boat to unload the bags of rice and soap flakes and other items of necessity. Mangofer, the natural leader among them, paused to gaze upon the commune's headquarters with a gaze of admiration and pride. What a monument to the spirit of brotherhood and cooperation, he thought. There was one malcontent among them, however. He had grown tired of the simple food and drab uniforms. Bartering is no way to trade, he thought. And that's it. Let's see here. Have we really... Okay, that's plenty. I'll see you guys later.